Right then, folks. Right. So, right. Thought I'd come here. It's a bit quicker to get to, and yeah, I keep on driving to the other place and then do a video, and then the sound doesn't work anyway. So, but right, I've tested the sound beforehand. It seems to be okay. So we'll give it a go. Yes. Right. First of all, what I have to say with regards to all this sort of stuff, what I've been saying recently, is that the reality is that I believe fully that God is doing something new, and it's going to be this Sons of God situation. Do I think it's going to be easy for most people to transition from one to the other? No. If you're transitioning from one to the other, it's going to be difficult, because you may have to leave other people behind. Family, close friends, people you've known for years and years and years and years and years. People that you love dearly, you're going to have to leave them behind in that belief system, in that churchy sort of system. And that's not good. That's not going to be good. But the thing of it is, if you're going to move from one system to the other, you've simply got to focus on that. And you've got to hope that God's going to get to those people, whether through you or through somebody else. You know? That's all you can do. You can't do other, because as I've said for years, there's a lot of people in church who are just churchy. They're just incredibly churchy people. There's a bird box that seems to have fallen down. Needs to be put back up again, I think. Yeah. So there's a sign for a village, just to confirm. But yeah, folks, not easy. Put it this way, I mean, what I will say is that you're moving into something which is going to be incredible. If I'm right, and put it this way, from that point of view, all I can say is at the moment is pure faith, because none of it has actually materialised yet. It's pure faith. It is. I can say, well, actually God's told me this, that and the other. Yep, okay. I can certainly say that God's told me this, that and the other. Someone's left a load of whatever that is there. No idea. It's just a bag of God knows what. I've no idea. It's like lolly sticks, but no lollies. Pretty pointless without the lolly on top, but there you go. Talking about that, it's pure faith right now. What that's going to end up being, time will tell. But the thing about walking in faith and believing in something like this in faith is that you're going to fly high or you're going to crash and burn. And that's what that is all about all the time, really. You've got to take that step. If you believe that God is telling you something, you've got to take that step. And even when you're the only person believing it, or one of the only people believing it, when I say in my close connection of friends that there's a lot of people who believe in this, no. But then again, did they believe in Christianity beforehand? No. So can I expect them to now believe in this? No, obviously not. But the thing of it is that once God starts moving, then you'll start seeing people's eyes being opened. And, again, that is not my responsibility, not in any way, shape or form. No. Friends or loved ones, it's up to God to do that. Why? Saw something recently that was quite interesting. It was a conversation between Chris Blackeby and Gil Hodges, I think his name was. I will link that in the description if this video actually works with regards to audio. I've tried to actually mention this thing about 3 times now, so hopefully it'll work this time. We've got another walker. Okay. No worries, I'll pause it in a sec. So yeah, I will link that. I'll talk to you about it in a sec. Get past this lady. Right, so they were having this conversation. At one point, Gil Hodges basically says that he was looking at one, I think there's a book he had read or something, where someone had said that they wanted to understand from God. One second, put this over there. They wanted to understand from God where they were before they were born and what sort of decision making they had in what their life was going to be like. And God helped them to understand through that not only did they choose to be born, not only did they choose to be born, but they also chose what their challenges would be in life. Now, that's interesting. But Gil Hodges straight away basically said, well, that should get rid of the victim mentality. You know, that if you chose the challenges you face in life, you know, you can't really be claiming to be a victim of life or a victim of, you know, this, that, or the other, because you chose the challenges. I think that does make a certain degree of sense. And I think for most people, when you look back on your life, I think you're going to see that makes a bit of sense. That maybe you did get to make some decisions about how your life was going to be. Because, I say, when you look at people who are the people that have excelled in certain areas. Look at the business people. Look at the bloke who was in charge of Apple and how he was just able to sort of get the team to build those devices that were state of the art. And, you know, that basically took the world by storm and made Apple into a phenomenal product which has a massive fan base. You know, and then you look at Tesla and you see how that chap has done that with that car. And that even though there's an arrogance and a massive ego with regards to those companies, that I certainly wouldn't want to support either of those companies as they are right now, but they've been incredibly successful. It's as if they've been blessed, as if they've had that unique ability to take basically an idea or a concept and run with it and make it into something that is absolutely phenomenal, and, you know, be the best of the best. You see the same with sports stars like, you know, Hamilton winning all those Formula Ones, and Ronaldo and Messi winning, you know, the best football player in the world year after year after year after year after year. And now Ronaldo, he's 37 and he's still scoring a hat-trick against Tottenham, you know, just the other week. So, you know, Messi's not doing as well at PSG as Ronaldo was doing at United, but they both were phenomenal players. And look at Fergie, the amount of success he had at United. He was just the right man for the right job. He just turned up at the right time, at the right club that would enable him to do what he wanted to do. And it was just phenomenal. You know, Fergie wasn't like Pep. You know, Pep Guardiola, the City manager, he's been blessed massively where he was originally at Barcelona, wasn't he? And he had the best of the best of the best there. Then he went to Bayern, and again, he had the best of the best of the best of the best of the best there. Then he went to City, who were owned by a country, and had, you know, the right plan in place to make him incredibly successful. Fergie never had that. He managed to, you know, get some success at Aberdeen. Then United took him on, and he had an idea. He got rid of the drunkards, he got rid of the problematic people, and focused on youth development and of bringing that youth team who were, you know, breaking records left, right and centre, who had some phenomenal players in it. Well, you had Beckham, you had Scholes, you had Nicky Butt, the two Nevilles, and a few others in there that were just, yeah. Scholes, one of the best players who's ever graced a football pitch. You know, Beckham, you know, Giggs, yeah. That was the youth, and he saw that and thought, right, let's focus on that. Yeah, he basically got the right people in to bring those players in, and who had the eye, and it just worked. Everything just clicked. Then you can see that maybe he beforehand said he wants to be the greatest manager in Premier League history, or in football, British football history, of taking that one team and staying with that team for 20 odd years and being successful all the way through that. And God said, okay, you're going to have to work at it. You're going to have to go through all these challenges to get there. You're going to have to be developed as a human being. You have to start in the docks and do all this and become a football player, but not a great football player. Yeah. You're going to have to manage at a lower level. And at United, you're going to go through some tough times, certainly before things start to click. You need to be sacked first. That's going to be tough on you and your family. Yeah. So is it possible that he was blessed by God for that? Yeah. Absolutely. Do these things normally just fall into place for people? No, not normally. Yeah. Liverpool had it previously with Shankly. And, you know, but even, you know, Busby at United, you know, developed a phenomenal team. Then they pretty much, most of them died. And he developed another phenomenal team pretty soon afterwards. That, again, is someone who just had it. And there's a few people in the world of sport who just have it. You know, in tennis, you've got, yeah, Roger Federer, Djokovic. You have Pete Sampras, McEnroe, Borg. Yeah, you have, the women champions, the sisters, the Williams. You had Steffi Graf. You had Hingis. Yeah, and going back further. But you have people that were just unique, people that were just tuned in. Yeah, their training was so much better than the others. Their physique, body-wise, was so much better than the others. Their technique, they just got it. It just clicked. It makes sense that maybe they got to choose before they came down. If they got to choose, did the rest of us? Yeah. Why doesn't it work for most people? Well, I think for so many people, it just hasn't worked yet. It doesn't mean it won't work. It doesn't mean it's not going to work. It just means it hasn't worked yet. And if you can see it, that it just hasn't worked yet, it means it still might. But of course, if you're in your 40s or 50s and you wanted to be, you know, the best basketball player in the world before you came down, and you ended up only being 5'6", and now you're in your 40s and 50s, obviously you're not going to get that. You know, could you have got it? Yeah. Maybe if you put in the work when you were younger, maybe you could still have been the best basketball player in the world at 5'6". Because if you were phenomenal at 5'6", you would have been mentioned as one of the best in the world because you had that height disadvantage. But if you're now in your 50s, then you probably missed it. And some people are going to miss it because we get distracted, don't we? You know, like I've been sort of speaking to God about a lot of things recently about the issue of wife. Yeah, why did you have to put love in me for someone who's married? Well, then I sort of realised if I was going to be with the wrong person, it's quite likely that person would be single. Because, you know, I married the wrong person. She was single at the time, so was I. We just happened to fall together rather than when we weren't supposed to be together. We just fell into a relationship. It's quite possible that the woman that I'm supposed to be with did the same. Now, so therefore, if I'm waiting for the right person, for the person that God has for me, and and me for them, then there are going to be some bumpy situations. There's going to be some waiting involved, because I've got to be ready, she's got to be ready, everything else has got to be ready, and so that's going to take time. If I wanted just any relationship, then it could just be anybody, couldn't it? So, in the end, what's going to happen with all that? I don't know. So far, nothing's happening with anything. And as I said the other day, although I said it probably in one of the audios, it didn't work. When nothing's happening and all we can do is sit and wait, then all we can do is sit and wait. We can't do anything more. We just have to wait. There's nothing else we can do. And so, as I say, if that's the reality, if that's where you are in your walk, in your life right now, if that's where you are, then sit and wait. Because I know with my situation, if I try and do anything to make anything happen, with regards to wife, with regards to ministry, with regards to anything, I'm just going to cause problems. Because I have no idea, with regards to any of that stuff, as to what needs to happen, what needs to be done. I have no clue whatsoever. So, if I want it to go how God wants it to go, I've got to let him do it. Because if I keep trying to make something happen, or if I keep being frustrated and too eager and try to leap before God has taught me to walk in that, because that's the thing also. Just because you can walk, it doesn't mean you're ready to walk in what God has called you to walk in. Because it's a different thing. So just because you can walk and talk, it doesn't mean that you're going to be an expert on computer designing unless you've been trained in that beforehand. So if God is training you to walk in a certain way, you have to understand that until your training is up, you can't walk in that way. But of course, we have the belief, because I can walk, it means I can walk in that way. No. It certainly doesn't mean that in any way, shape or form. Being able to actually physically walk, it doesn't mean you can walk on a certain path or a certain way. So, there are many of us who, at the moment, just have to sit and wait. And if that's the case, then that's the case. Of course, it can be frustrating when you're just sitting around and watching. You see life going on and you're waiting for your life to move. Yep. That's going to be frustrating, of course. But use the time wisely. Build that relationship with Father. Build relationships with friends and family. Focus on the things that matter. Certainly don't worry about the things that don't matter. And there's so much in our lives that really don't matter. That we've made so many things in our lives as something that supposedly is important that just isn't in any way, shape or form important. And maybe ask God to help you to identify those things so you can get them out of your life. So you can focus on the things that matter. Maybe now is a time that God can help you to do that. So while you're sitting and waiting, enjoy the rest, because I'm pretty sure that once you're ready to walk down the path you're supposed to be walking down, you're going to be knackered. You're going to be needing rest at times, so enjoy the rest you get now. It may be the calm before the storm. One second, got another person here, so I'll pause it. Well, I'll put it this way, the sons of God. Yeah, when I was mentioning before about the filling stations for the sons of God, so that they can come and rest and recover. Yeah, put it this way, if the Son of God had to rest and recover, and he was the Son of God, and he had to remove himself from the people, to spend time with Father, to rest and to recover, how much more so mere, little sons of God? How are they going to cope with a situation that is going to be, pretty much what the Lord did times a bit? Because that's the thing. He said himself, what I do is nothing compared to what you're going to do. Yeah. If you're one of these people, the sons of God, who are walking heaven down and walking it through earth and just bringing God to people, then, you're going to be coming across a lot of very tough, very difficult situations. You're going to, as I said, you're going to come across a lot of abuse. You're going to get worn out. When you get worn out, you need a place. You're going to need a place to just come and just receive, just be fed, just to be able to walk and talk with God and, just recover your strength. And as I say, folks, that's because of the fact it's going to get tough. That's why I say, if you're in this situation of rest, enjoy the rest. Enjoy that time of rest that you have. Very important that you can enjoy that and you can have that now. Because you might not get a time of rest for a while. So use it wisely. Again, go to Father, ask Father what you can do during this time to prepare for the time to come. There are things. It may be a case of, I don't know, spending time with praise and worship. Getting a new heart of worship for God. So that when things are tough, you can worship. And as I say, one of the most important things moving forward is that when things get tough, you can focus on the solution, not the problem. So, get the tools that you need, whether that's worship, whether it's a prayer life, that can help you to do that. And during this time, work at all that stuff. So there you go. Hopefully the audio has worked on this one. Right, we've got the daffodils. See over there, daffodils out. Cool. Very pretty. Right. Need to blow my nose in a second. It's coming into the cold air. Because although the sun is out, it's quite cold because we do have a clear sky. So it's quite nippy. Not too bad, considering the time of the year. We're coming towards the end of winter, the beginning of spring now. Well, as I say, the daffs are out to suggest that may be the case. So, cool. So there you go. You take care. God bless. I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.